We're foxes and socks. Just kidding! Welcome to Sister Weekend. Welcome to Sister Weekend.
Work 'em.
We were doing so good.
Work 'em on in. My name is Beth.
I'm Carrie.
And we are two sisters who have just started a new business. Yay! Called Sister Weekend Yarn Co.
Dyeing yarn.
Yay! I had so many thoughts and feelings and words, but none of the words, all the words are trying to come to you at once. So you're welcome for that. So we are
Sisters.
We are sisters.
We are sisters.
I was going the direction of like trying to just explain like
how it started.
That's
why I started with we're sisters.
Two sisters.
Sisters.
We are sisters.
We are sisters.
So we are
sisters.
Kind of just starting out right now, and we will be building up stock and kind of just doing little things here and there as we get ready to quit or significantly decrease our hours at our jobs. So I've been a teacher for 12 years and I'm going to quit doing that and cash out my pension and say peace and move on with my life. And I actually feel pretty good about that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's been a long time coming for a lot of reasons. And we're really excited to start dyeing yarn.
Yeah.
We get to vend at ZK this summer.
Woo-hoo.
That's our I would say OG knitting retreat, but it's the only knitting retreat that we've been to.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah. I don't think I've been to anything else really. Yeah, so we're going to try to podcast. Right now, it'll probably be like once a month.
Yeah,
maybe,
I'd say so.
Until June. And then we're thinking once every 2 weeks, but there's so many variables. It's like, that's kind of just what we're thinking for now.
Yep.
Okay, what else is important for the people to know?
Should we kind of explain how it started?
Yeah, you should, because
Okay.
I feel like I talk too much.
Oh, and I'm okay with that. Like, yeah, you tell them everything. How did it start? We're trying to, like, let's go way back. So before Beth had kids and, was a mom and a family and all that, we would try to get together, like, I would say we tried once a month or every couple or so weekends of just hanging out and doing whatever we want to do. And then obviously
Sister Weekend.
And then, life happens and you get jobs and then you have a family and stuff, and then that didn't happen as much. And then as Beth's kids got older, we're like, we need to start doing this again. Remember we used to do that and it was so much fun? And so for a few years now, I'd say, we've been pretty good about like once a month for sure, and like planning a month ahead of carving out that time.
And honestly,
for the weekend.
I think it partly started because one of, like, we were trying to be a little more intentional about getting together because we only live a little bit under 2 hours apart, so it's not that bad. but we were knitting the Stephen West mystery shawl.
Yeah.
Either we both were or I was. I don't remember exactly.
I think you were going to do it, and you're like, you should do it too.
Yes.
And I was like, okay. And then you're like, I should come up for a weekend and help you pick out yarn. I think is kind of how it...
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I remember...
So it's been like 3 years now.
Because I remember sitting right over there. And I was like, oh my gosh. Next year, we could actually like take days off work and start the first clue together.
Yeah.
And, blah, 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 blah. And then we did. I still haven't finished my shawl. You'll hear lots of stories about me having things around that aren't finished. I have ADHD. That's a thing. That will make a lot of sense to you.
Yeah, let's get that out of the way.
Go along. You maybe if you have been with us since our Foxes and Socks days, that was our knitting podcast for over 10 years
ago.
Yeah, over 10 years ago now.
Because you were like pregnant with Aspen, I think, when we started.
No, we had been podcasting for a long time
before that. Even. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, that was a long time ago. Because I even remember
like talking about my miscarriage on the podcast, and then totally mind screwing that afterward. Like, oh my god, maybe I shouldn't tell the internet personal things about my life. I don't remember where I was
because
going.
you were still in Sock Center in your old house. And then, so it's been a long time. And then we just... life happens, and we just couldn't keep up.
It's basically when I started having kids, it kind of just wasn't possible anymore.
And, well, again, like 10 years ago, technology is not like what it is now, where we were using Zoom. Not Zoom,
That's
even.
True.
We were using Skype, and it just...
it was a bit of work.
Yeah.
A lot more work than it would be to do that today.
Yeah.
But we only plan to podcast when we're actually
physically together.
Because it's just not the same at all. Sister magic when we're not sitting in the same room. We have a sister magic aura. So
that's, and then we would just like back again. We would hang out with our weekends and be like, oh, wouldn't it be fun if we could like do this all the time, and like if we started dyeing yarn, and then we're like, why don't we dye yarn? Like, why don't we actually try this? Like, what's the worst that's gonna happen? So we're doing it.
We're doing it. And I think part of it, too, has been a bit of a rejection of a lot of just societal ideas that we hadn't, or at least that I, speaking for myself, I guess, hadn't really reflected on enough. You know, like, wait a minute. Why am I making money, but I never have the time to do the things that I want to do? And just trying to prioritize, like, and okay. I knew this was going to happen with the words.
This is why you said right away, I have ADHD.
Yeah, I know, because I'm like, what are the words? I have so clearly I can picture what I'm trying to say, but I can't get the words out to you.
Well, especially like for you work way out, like not even close to where you live. Like,
Yeah.
drive 45 minutes each way.
Yeah, so I commute for like an hour and a half a day. And just so, and part of it too was we kind of figured out like my income was paying, half of my income went to gas to go to work and daycare. So then it's like, okay, well, if I could be running my own business and working, and part of me also learning about my ADHD is like, I can't just go to work from 7:30 to 4 and be productive that whole time. Like that's, and maybe nobody can, I don't know. But for me, it's like, I don't have as much natural control over my motivation, which that sounds like a nice way of saying I'm lazy or I don't know, but that's just part of my deal. So I'm like, oh, now doing our own business, if I have an inspirational whim at 9 o'clock at night, I mean, that's how Lady Glittersparkle happened. I was watching Trolls with, okay, now we're jumping all over the place, but is that okay? Like, can we just roll? Because if we don't roll,
I mean, this is what we are, so why?
Yep. If you don't like us, shoo, it's fine. There's so many other great, wonderful people out there for you. But that was okay, I was watching the movie Trolls with my kids, and Lady Glitter Sparkle is when Bridget has her, like, magnificent troll hair, and she has this persona to try to, because she wants to woo the king, but she doesn't think that he would go for her. So she turns herself into Lady Glitter Sparkles. And so this yarn was inspired by that. And it just was like one night, spent an hour or two in the laundry room / dye studio, and came up with Lady Glitter Sparkle. And it's just exactly what I was going for, which is so much fun. So there is a skein of this in the shop right now if you're interested. But yeah, so it was basically 2 years of having sister weekends and talking about, wouldn't it be great if, and we weren't even necessarily talking about yarn dyeing at that time.
Yeah.
But it was more about, like, if we could actually fit exercise in our day every day, if we could actually food prep, like, if we actually X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
But, and then it kind of just went down this route of our love of yarn. I mean, we're telling you, we had a podcast over a decade ago.
Yeah.
We've been knitting in between. We've never stopped. You know how it is. It's never stopped. But yeah, that's us. So now we are going to show you some of the things we've been knitting on. Not necessarily all the things, but just the things like this sister weekend.
Yeah.
And show you some of the yarn that we dyed. So much fun. And I think that's about it, right?
I think so.
Okay. Do you want to go first?
Sure. What have I been knitting on? I've been working on the Everyday Shawl with our yarn. This is the Sun Team mini set and the big skein. We made a sets for each team this year at ZK, which is Team Sun and Team Moon. So Beth got Moon and I got Sun. So we're like, well, it only makes sense that we should dye our team's colors. So far we got some yellow going on.
Oh, so good.
And then we will eventually have reds and oranges going on.
And then this is the main color of the Sun team. So the main colors are not actually in the mini set. They're just kind of based off the same inspiration. So if you get the mini set, it is 5 different colors than the main skein, if that's worth mentioning.
Yep. And of course I will be doing rainbow order, because you will notice that we like rainbows around here.
Because are you using the moon set too? Or just the sun
Just
set?
the sun was my plan. Yep. Just the sun.
I mean, it's gorgeous no matter how you do it. My turn?
Yeah.
Okay. So I already showed this just a little bit. This is on our Audrey Sock base, which is a gold glitter for Lady Glitter Sparkles. How could I not? It's just a basic stockinette sock. I typically knit my socks on size 0s. That's what these are. And I'm sure I cast on 64 stitches. That's what I pretty much always do. Yeah, not much else to say on this one. Other than the only thing that I wish I would have done differently with this yarn is the little bits, of the like fuchsia and yellow and blue that are supposed to be like her hair in the movie. I didn't do them in the same order. So I should have done, it's like a different color that should be in the middle. I don't remember, but I'm like, oh, that would have been just like one step more magical. So maybe if I dye more of this, I'll do that. Okay, and then do you have other projects that you want to show at the moment? Or should I show my shawl?
You show your shawl.
Show my shawl?
Show your shawl. Sure.
Carrie's gonna build a she shed in her backyard.
That's what I'm trying to convince Brody of what we need to do.
And then there was a whole he shed, she shed situation, and it just, you know.
You know.
Okay, so this is living in my beautiful Knitting Nelly project bag, like most of my projects do, because Morgan's bags are the best ones, and they're so gorgeous, and I can never resist, except when I forget about her shop updates, which is when I don't set alarms. Like, on Friday she had some that were like wintry and like pale pinks and blues, and they were so good. But I missed them because I didn't set an alarm. Because I have ADHD. Okay, so I am... Oh, did you say who designed your shawl, that pattern? Is that a Hohi Locatelli one, or am I thinking the wrong thing?
Well, let me look.
I have no idea why I think it might be.
I think it's in here. Oh.
We made stickers. We can show you that while Carrie's looking. I see yarn in your future. Buy a holographic sticker. In the shop now.
Oh, it is. You know what? How about I use my phone? Instead of digging around for a piece of paper that I know where it is. No idea where it is.
Work 'em. Work 'em the sister weekend. Okay, while you do that, I will show my shawl. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. This is... Uh-oh. Oh, Lord, help us. I hope we're still recording. Gonna have to change that setting. Oh, and I typed my password wrong. Oh, biscuits. And it doesn't like my fingerprint because it's winter in Minnesota.
Jenny Fowler?
Jenny Faithful.
Also known as Sweater Freak.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Everyday shawl. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna let this go. Oh my god, we've been talking for 20 minutes already.
That doesn't surprise me.
It'll be a quick one because we're just... This was our conversation we had. Oh, it won't take long at all. I'm fighting myself to apologize for myself because I don't need to constantly be apologizing for my silliness, because honestly, I don't know why else people would like me. It's my best quality. Okay. This is the wee beginning of the Luminaria shawl, which is a pattern by Lindsey Fowler of Larkspur Knits. And I've knit one of these before, and I love it, and I wear it all the time. I knit that one out of Stress Knits yarn, and it's, it was her winter... It was based on like some winter Christmas tree decorations, but I can't remember what it was called. Anyway, it was really pretty. And this time I'm using our yarn. So the main color is our moon colorway. So that is here on two different bases. On the Ruth Sock on the bottom, and this one is the Audrey. Nope. That's the Sylvia Sparkle, because this one is the Silver Sparkle. And we're naming our bases after different sisters in our family tree. Mm-hmm. So, like, Ruth and Sylvia are our grandmas, and then Martha and Audrey are the other bases we've named so far. And those are two of our great aunts who are really, really special to us. Mm-hmm. So yes, then I'm using the Sun mini set for the contrast right now. So I'm doing like two I don't know if you'd call them repeats or sections, but basically like 2 stripes of each color. Other than, I think the first one I maybe did 3 just because it was so small. And then, so I'm going to the light yellow next. And then I'm going to transition into the moon mini set, which, looks like this, but one of the minis is trying to unwind on me. So this is the moon mini set, and I don't think we mentioned, but Carrie dyed the sun colors and I dyed the moon colors because of the teams that we're on.
Yeah.
This is the one that's falling apart. It's okay to fall apart sometimes. It's just yarn. You can put it back together. Wind it back up. So I will go from the light yellow, must be the last 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So there's kind of a light yellow that'll be next. And then I'll go to the green, then the blue, then the gray. And I'm not sure yet about these speckly guys, exactly how I'll do that. But I'm very excited about it. I just started it during Sister Weekend because I have not had the mental capacity at the end of a day in the past, like, I don't know, 2 years to like starting projects is so hard for me right now. Like, I have all the desire to cast on all the things, but just like the teeny tiny little start of a shawl and just like I just have not been able to.
That fiddly bit at the beginning.
Yes.
Yep.
Ugh.
That always stops me too.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I want to do this, and I like, pick out, you do the planning, 2 different things, and then you start the thing. You're like, why am I doing this?
Yep. So I'm glad I like got over that hump while I was up here, because now I'm not even looking at the pattern. I'm just gonna go. And I'm really enjoying it, and it's turning out so pretty. So pretty. So yeah, those are kind of my main projects right now. And then I think we'll show everyone just a very little bit of yarn. Because mostly we were dyeing our Daisy Jones collection yesterday.
It turned out so good.
So good. Like, when things happen just exactly how you hope or how you picture, or just the kind of like mood and tone you're going for. That's sister power. That's what I tell my girls. You have to use your sister power. Auntie Carrie and I use our sister power. They try. For a 5 and 7-year-old.
Yeah.
They do their best. I have 3 kids, by the way. Which is kind of bonkers when you think about the last time we podcasted, and like I had like 1 baby.
Yep.
Well, and then I had a podcast with Tracy.
Yep.
That was when Ronan was a baby, so that was like almost 4 years ago.
Gosh, yeah.
And then I tried last year, about a year ago, almost exactly a year ago in January. I was like, oh, I'm going to start a podcast all by myself. 1 episode. So this is actually like 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my 5th try. But I'm quitting my job this time to be able to take on all the things that we want to do. So pretty sure we're going to be staying in front of you for a while. We've always been here, but we're kind of those lurky introvert folk who are just kind of we consume more media than we contribute. Yes. Let's put it that way.
Absolutely.
Okay. So we dyed the Daisy Jones colorways. Now we have to build up a bunch of stock, and we're going to bring that to ZK to kind of, launch there at our first big vending event. So there will be more teasers and things to come, and that will be something that we'll obviously have in the shop too, but not till this summer.
It's all a work in progress.
Yeah. But that's good. That means there's a lot to look forward to.
Yes.
So the yarn that we can show you is the yarn we allowed ourselves to just kind of like play with. So Carrie, you don't have to stop knitting, but do you want to talk about your colorway?
Sure.
Or maybe you don't. Maybe we can just say this is the yarn that Carrie.
Yeah.
We were just decided to just play. Like,
Yep.
okay, let's play with our dyes. Let's just play.
Yep.
Because so far everything we've dyed, we've really been like going for something.
Right.
And we hadn't even played with our dyes to know which color, like
Mm-hmm.
what the colors were truly going to look like, other than
some we haven't even used yet.
Right. So it was fun to just be able to have that.
Just wanted to see
freedom.
what our teals and stuff that we have, what they would look like. And so throw some black and gray in there, because can't go wrong with black and gray.
There you go. So we have 3 of these.
Yep.
And these are on the Martha DK, which is a superwash merino nylon yarn.
100 grams?
Yep, these are full skeins. So if you want to purchase this, there will be a couple in our shop pretty soon, and it would be great to knit yourself some cozy winter DK socks.
Mm-hmm.
Very icy cool colors in here. And then my ugly yarn, as I call it, because it just didn't do at all what it did, actually exactly what I pictured, just not in the
Colors?
not in the not I wanted there to be just a tiny bit of green. And there's lots and lots of green. Like, I meant for the green to be like a little flash that's like maybe that long. And I just used way more green dye than I probably had too much water in the pan too.
Yeah, that's kind of happened with mine too. All of a sudden it started like creeping down, like, oh!
All part of the learning curve.
Like, all right, good to know.
But I'm going to call this one Smell the Flowers, because it just makes me think of a flower garden. And it's kind of a mauve-y pink. It looks a little more like bubblegumish on the screen, but it's a real kind of mauve-y light pink with some very hot pink speckles, and then a nice deep, rich, grassy, lush green.
Yeah, it looks very springtime.
Yes. So there will be 2 of these in the shop, also on the DK sock base.
I have not named mine yet. Don't know.
This guy is unnamed. I feel like you could name it something from the Frozen movies. Even though it doesn't really look like those color. Like, I just feel like it looks like, this makes me just think of icy.
Mm-hmm.
Call it Ice House.
Could call it Ice House.
Fish House. Ice Hole in the Ice House. It's purty. That's why I keep looking at it. All right. What else do we want to say? We've talked about our shop. We haven't said what it's called. It is sisterweekendyarnco.com. You can find us on Instagram. We'll have a Facebook page soon. It exists. We just haven't done anything with it yet. Been thinking about some blog posts. We'll be dyeing more yarn.
We're just waiting till June comes so we can quit our jobs. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I had no idea how hard it would be to continue doing, like, just, like, going to work and do, the regular that thing.
Mm-hmm.
When I know that I'm not going to be doing it anymore, and I just mentally am beyond it and, like, so excited for this.
Yeah.
And having so little time to dedicate to it right now is just, like, painful. I mean, the amount we've accomplished this weekend just because we're together and this is our main focus.
Yep.
Like, we've got so much done.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I want to do every day. But 4.5 months is not that many months.
My poor manager. I cut hair at Great Clips, and I've been there for pretty much the same amount of time. It'll be 12 years in July. Full time the whole time. I gave her about a heart attack, I think. I finally told her, like...
Sorry, Rodu.
Yeah. Told her, like, in June I'm going to reduce my hours. I'm only going to be working Tuesdays and Thursdays. What? You said reduce your hours. I thought you meant part-time. That's a lot of hours. I'm like, sorry. Like, that's why I'm giving you a heads up now, so you have, like, 5 months. Figure it out.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Plus, then you'll enjoy your time there so much more.
That's just it. I don't want to, give it up completely, but I definitely don't want to be all there all the time.
And that'll be a good balance of, like, being social and then just having your time at home. We like our time at home.
Yes.
We are, I would say, quiet home people, but we're not quiet when we're together.
No.
But we like quiet.
Yes.
Oh, should we say what we're wearing? I mean, your socks is what I was looking at.
I'm like,
and my sweater. This is Carrie's home city store sweatshirt.
Ooh, What are you wearing?
Sorry, I was having some squirrel action going on in my brain. I am wearing I think it's the Spark cardigan by Andrea Mowry, and I cannot remember if it was, the pattern is a steeked cardigan pattern or if the pattern knits back and forth, and I just changed it to be steeked because I don't want to purl color work. I can't remember. But it is I was going for a color work rainbow, and that's what I got. Up on the back, or you can kind of see there, it's purpley red at the top. And that the rainbow magic is using Spin Cycle, Dream State, in a whole bunch of different colors, because I wanted a rainbow, and in order to make that happen, I used several different colors. I know the yellow is Salty Dog. There's some, I think, Rusted Rainbow in here. There's, way down at the cuff, there's blue. But yeah, lots of different ones. And then I'm wearing my Frida t-shirt, which is so perfect because Carrie surprised me with a little early gift.
Bought it for her birthday, and I was like, you're here now, and I don't want to wait. So here you go. Her birthday is in June.
She's like, I have a birthday present for you. Do you want it now or do you want to wait? I'm like, because that's what my face does when I'm trying to make decisions like in that much time. Okay, now I'm like,
and I should have been like, I don't know why I said I would wait, or like gave you the option here. Just take them.
Here's one. I don't know why. See, they weren't on my needles. They were just in my bag. I had to put it, I don't know why I put it away. But she got me Frida Kahlo stitch, what is it called? Stitch stoppers?
Needle stoppers.
Needle stoppers. That match my shirt. And she didn't know I'd be bringing my shirt.
No.
Maybe she did. I think I always bring this shirt to
Sister
Weekend. I bring my slippers. Usually I bring my own blanket. Oh, Sister Weekend is so cozy. Bring my favorite clothes.
Yeah, we just like don't leave the house. Have food delivered, or Brody go gets it. And sit and knit, now we sit and dye yarn, and
yes, that's the one hard part is like, Sister Weekend isn't quite as relaxing as it used to be, but that's okay. Sister Weekend itself, Sister Weekends, we'll go back to just chilling after the summer. We don't have a date yet for our next Sister Weekend, so hopefully that's within the next month or two so that we can send you another beautiful podcast like this one. I'm sorry, I don't know. Nope, not sorry. Hang on. So sorry, I'm not sorry.
Oh, it's the Midwest in ya. I can't help it.
I know, my Midwestern ethics. hard to undo.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
I am wearing these Dawn socks, and again, can't remember who that's by.
I can look it up.
Yeah, but this is the yarn is DK set from Little Lionhead.
What was it called? Vintage Suitcase?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I sent Carrie the Instagram post with the yarn and the inspiration photo, and I was like, please buy this because I can't buy yarn right now.
And I'm like, okay.
So she did.
So I did.
And I'm wearing the Simple House Slippers by, I think, Temple of Knit is what they're called. I have knit these so many times. So they're kind of goofy looking, but, you know, this is the hole. And this is where your foot goes. They're so simple. They're so quick. And I wear them constantly. And the reason we're not just trying to hold up our feet to show you is because we are sitting on the floor right now because of the way the light is, and that we would just fall over in. Well, that would be fun for you. Meh. So, now we attempt to say goodbye, despite our Minnesotan nature.
Bye.
Bye. Happy knitting. Thanks for being a friend.